Good morning. Guess what time it is? It's the G Spot experience. Ah, let me get this IG going. Okay, let's start this over. Good morning. It's the G Spot experience with your girl Germaine. And today's coffee break, make sure you got your beverage. Do you have your beverage? It's coffee break time. Whether it's coffee, tea, water, juice, smoothie, whatever your preference is, it's that time. Okay. And so today, let's talk about what today's brew is about. It's about rewriting your narrative. Rewriting your narrative. So, like we do, we take a pause, we pour into purpose. And in this quick soul stirring segment, because I do have an 11 o'clock appointment with a new author, I'm going to dive into just rewriting your narrative, unfiltered, uplifting, unapologetically bold, right? So, whether it's about healing, hustle, or heart matters, this coffee break will bring clarity, courage, and a caffeine sized dose of real talk to elevate your day. So, let's dive into it. So, what does rewriting your narrative look like to you? All right, I want you to think about this. What does rewriting your narrative look like to you? So I'm going to just speak from my point of view because that's what I know, right? I know me. And so it is something that I find may have to happen certain periods and points in your life. And it's okay. It's okay because remember we talked about reset, take a pause and reset. Well, this kind of lines up with that. Let me reset because I need to rewrite the narrative of my story, my life, whatever direction, like it says, pretty much if it's about healing and you need to rewrite, if it's about a hustle, if it's about heart matters, relationships, whatever it looks like to you, it's okay to sit down and rewrite the narrative that you can control for you. Don't let anyone else, don't let the world control it. Don't let them write your narrative. You have to take ownership of that. And you have to write your narrative to be able to say, this is me and how I'm showing up in the world at this point in my life. Now, remember, I said whatever that may look like to you, because we're all at different points in our life, different journeys we're discovering and walking through, different relationships, whatever it may look like. I just want you to take a moment and say, am I at a point in my life that I need to really rewrite my narrative? Because things may feel like walls are closing in, doors are being closed, or it could be the other way. It could be doors of opportunity opening up, and you realize you cannot go in the same way you've been operating prior to those new open door opportunities. And so at this point, you got to take a pause. Remember, you can't always just show up and think what was working yesterday is going to work for you today. You know the scripture, you can't put new wine in old wineskin. Something has to change. That means you may have to rewrite that narrative to that part of your story and start new relationships, new ideas, new look problems that you are going to take on, and new challenges. But I want you to just really look at you and decide, where are you right now, present day in your life? Is your life in a place that you have to really start looking at some things need to change? I can't keep going in this direction. I feel like I am stressed out, overwhelmed, just so much on me that I need to just pause. Let me pull out my pen. Let me pull out my pad. Let me pull out my digital devices, however you write, take notes, journal, however, and just start rewriting your narrative. And so, Just real quick, I just want to do a few shout outs. Hey, Dr. Tenaria, thank you for finally joining in. This is my girl, my author, who's been with me for over 10 years. 10 years. Working on her 10th book. Her new cookbook is coming out. Dr. Tenaria Drummond Smith is coming out with her new cookbook, Putting It Down in the Kitchen. That is an anthology book with 10 authors. And I happen to be one of them. And the funny thing about that story, I remember the days when my mom said, "That girl can't boil water." Look at me now. I am in my first official HOV publishing cookbook coming out actually within a week. Yes, let me say that again to everybody. It's coming out within a week. And so, um, thanks again, Tenaria, someone that's always pushing and striving. And, she inspires me because um, she doesn't take no for an answer. She gets a vision, she has a dream, and she moves forward. So, you know what? I could say she's someone that finds herself rewriting her narrative along her journey as well. But thank you for tuning in today. And so, just a few others that's on Instagram, IG, Blacks in Teresa. Yes, Blacks in Teresa is another one of my authors who has a movement, Blacks in. In her first book, which was a bestseller also, her first book is Black Tech. Black Tech, yesterday, today, and tomorrow are Black inventors, and she does it from a children's standpoint. And the funny thing about that, I just want to give a few shout outs. This won't be a long coffee break because I got about a few more minutes before I jump on my 11 o'clock call. But anyway, I just really want to give a shout out because Blacks in Teresa has done a phenomenal job the way she has been able to package and educate our young people on we as African Americans, the contributions we have made to society. If I can just say that her book is not just for young people, because when I was going through and publishing her book, Black Tech, Black Tech taught me some things about Black inventors that have really solidified our place in history with their inventions that we use every day, like our cell phones, you know, um, and the GPS, Gladys West. There's so much knowledge and information. So, if I can say, as you are rewriting your narrative, know your history, especially if you're African American, and all the contributions and the real power that we possess that people are trying to hide from us. When you rewrite your narrative, get to know the power of who you are. So when you show up in the world, you show up with that power that um, allows you to be unapologetically bold, unstoppable. And on that note, I want to say, hey, Jesse, thank you again for being so consistent with showing up and being a part of the community. And there's some others that I want to just quickly shout out that are joining for the first time. So it's so good to have you guys be a part of the HOV or the Hope of Vision community. Let's inspire, let's encourage. But today's brew, I want you to really look and see where you are. Rewrite your narrative, whatever that may mean for you, and however you want to see yourself showing up in the world. And on that note, like I said, I have another appointment in 5 minutes. So thank you for the coffee break today. Please make sure you join in tomorrow. And you know what? Bring a friend with you. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day as you are rewriting your narrative. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.